What's going on, guys? HalfClickUp here. Welcome back to another Fizzer Friday. In today's video, we have a special request from a YouTuber by the name of Fee. That's F-E-E. He asked me to compare the Fizzer Yamaha FZ6R to the Honda CBR650R. My answer may surprise you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just cut to the chase and tell you, in my opinion, there are only two advantages that the FZ6R has over the CBR650R. Number one is price. I know for a fact that you can get a low mileage FZ6R 2017 model, which is the latest and greatest, right? They've been discontinued. Low mileage 2017 model for $5,000 or less. Now, the other advantage is that of model selection. And what I mean by that is the fact that the CBR650R has been updated for 2021. Now, if you're going to bother buying the thing, you might as well buy the latest and greatest for a couple of particular reasons that we'll discuss here momentarily. However, with that being said, if you choose an FZ6R, it doesn't matter which one you choose, man. Your only objective when it comes to selection of the machine is to find the lowest mileage bike you can, regardless of model year, because from 2009 to 2017, the bike remained unchanged throughout its entire production. But circling back to the price thing, that first reason there, the 2021 650R is going to set you back minimum 11 grand TTNL. Yeah, they're priced right under 10,000, but you have to factor in all the other things, right? So yeah, it's going to be an $11,000 purchase. Whereas again, 5 grand or less, you're on a Fizzer. Now, coming back around to reason number two, when it comes to year model selection, you want the 2021 model 650R, and the reason why is because it has updated cams to include better intake timing, and so it actually produces more power. So let's jump right in here, and yeah, you'll start noticing a theme, and you can probably start guessing as to which bike I would go with if money was not an object. Power. With that new cam profile, the 2021 650R features 94 brake horsepower. Evelyn here, on a good day, nice cold weather, with fueling mods, exhaust mods, she might put out 75 horsepower, right? So you're talking about a difference there of almost 30 horsepower. The Rider's Triangle is similarly themed. However, the 650R comes factory with clip-ons. On a Fizzer, you got to go with an aftermarket option like this Woodcraft kit. The 650R also comes with rear sets, whereas the Fizzer has standard pegs. Now, one thing's for sure, guys, you don't want to confuse the 650R with the older 650F. So, back when the FZ6R was actually produced, Honda came out with the 650F, and it looked virtually identical to the Fizzer. I'm talking all the way down to the single headlight. It was really odd. It was almost cringy. Various motorcycle review magazines and stuff did articles on comparing the two bikes, since they were directly competing with one another. And the Fizzer won every time, just for various reasons. I think Honda saw the error in their ways, and they went back to the drawing board, discontinued the 650F, and came out with the 650R. And they went ahead and redesigned the whole thing. It has dual headlights. It looks like a baby CBR650R is what it looks like. In fact, I would say the 650R is to the 600RR as the Fizzer was to the R6. But I mean, back to the engines, they're both inline fours. Yes, the 650R does have 94 horsepower versus about 75 here. The thing about it is, though, is it's also a 650cc. It's odd because most 650s are actually twins, right? 2 cylinders, well, like the Kawasaki Ninja 650R. But in Honda's case, they stuck with the 4-cylinder theme, which is cool. So you get the inline 4 with 50 more cc over the Fizzer. The Fizzer is bare bones, all basic, man. 650R has ABS brakes, various modes of traction control, which you may or may not be a fan of. I've never experienced traction control, and I've been fine so far. Now, something else that the Fizzer and the 650R have in common, and it got carried over from the 650F, is the center mount exhaust. So it does have a cat box exhaust, like, you know, what's popular with Ducati, for example. All that really does from a practical standpoint is minimizes your selection for aftermarket exhaust. I mean, truth be told, right? 650R has a shellless suspension, 41 millimeter, just like the Fizzer. Now, one thing's for sure is that both motorcycles, you know, the 650R and the Fizzer, were both intended for the same reason, and that's an entry-level sport bike. Something that is more comfortable than Super Sport. It's better for touring, better for commuting, just, you know, more comfortable in that respect. Yamaha nailed it with the Fizzer. They're trying the same with the R7. Argue that if you want, but that's what they're doing. I think with Honda, the 650F was very lacking, and I believe Yamaha actually sold way more Fizzers than Honda ever did with the 650F, which explains why they revamped the whole thing, went back to the drawing board, came back with a 650R. I mean, factory support-wise, you're not going to have that with the Fizzer. You know, the bike's not produced anymore. Go with the 650R. Heck, there's a 2021 model out now. So I mean, all in all, with a 650R, no matter what, you're going to get a newer motorcycle, more modern, with more options. You know, the whole traction control thing, the ABS brake thing, certainly has more power. However, that power is distributed just like it is on the Fizzer by design. Remember, more comfortable Super Sport. It's not punchy on the top end or nothing like that. It's going to be a linear delivery just like the Fizzer. But of course, all of that comes with a price tag of 10 grand. You know, brand loyalty is a thing to some folks too, man. Obviously you have folks that wouldn't be willing to switch brands from Yamaha to Honda, for example. Guy had his daughter on the back. She was just a waving, man. Start 'em young, boys. Start 'em young. Now, if that right there wasn't plenty exhilarating for you, then, you know, I don't know, man. I'd go with the Fizzer again, ultimately. Bang for your buck. Ha! And you guys thought I was going to sit here and tell you to go buy a Honda 650R. Come on, man. Drop half that money. Get yourself a low mileage Fizzer. You won't regret it. Yamaha FZ6R. Best beginner's bike ever, boys. I have not changed my opinion. On that note, that will about conclude this episode of Fizzer Friday. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, this has been me, Dat Right Dad been you. That's Half Click Up, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and goodbye.